Every tree, from the tiniest sapling pushing its way through the soil to the oldest, most majestic giant standing tall for centuries, is a natural vault for carbon, quietly working to balance our planet's atmosphere. Trees have an extraordinary ability to capture carbon dioxide from the air we breathe, transforming this invisible gas into solid wood, lush leaves, and intricate roots that anchor them to the earth. This remarkable process is one of nature's most profound and essential cycles, unfolding quietly all around us, every single day, in forests, parks, and even city streets. With every breath we take, we participate in a global exchange, exhaling carbon dioxide, which trees then absorb, purifying and refreshing the very air that sustains us. Each tree is a living machine, powered by sunlight, using energy from the sun to build itself from the air, molecule by molecule, year after year. From the tiniest leaf to the deepest root, every part of a tree is involved in this silent, ongoing work, storing carbon, supporting life, and shaping the world around us. Forests are not just collections of trees. They are vast, living libraries of stored carbon, holding centuries of atmospheric history within their rings and roots. When we look at a tree, we should see more than just wood and leaves. We should see a living archive, a repository of captured carbon, a testament to nature's ingenuity and resilience. The simple act of a tree growing is an act of planetary healing, a natural solution to a problem of our own making, and a reminder of the power of nature to restore balance. By protecting and planting more trees, we can amplify this healing process, ensuring that future generations inherit a healthier, more stable climate. As we explore further, we'll see how our fate is intertwined with the fate of forests, and how these silent guardians hold a key to our future. A future shaped by the choices we make today. Trees capture carbon through photosynthesis, the most important chemical reaction on Earth. Sunlight powers this process, with leaves acting as solar collectors. Inside each leaf, chlorophyll captures solar energy, fueling a transformation. The tree draws water from the ground and takes in carbon dioxide from the air. With sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide, the tree creates two vital products. First, sugar, which fuels the tree's growth and builds its body from thin air and sunlight. Second, oxygen, released back into the atmosphere for us to breathe. This elegant exchange connects us directly to the plant world. Trees take in the carbon dioxide we exhale and provide the oxygen we need. We are part of a single, interconnected system, dependent on one another for survival. Every breath we take is a reminder of our bond with trees. After photosynthesis, carbon's journey in a tree is just beginning. The tree turns simple sugars into cellulose and lignin, building strong trunks, branches, and roots. Each year, new layers of wood store more carbon, making a tree's trunk a record of atmospheric history. A large tree can hold a ton or more of carbon, much of it in its roots and trunk. Even fallen leaves and twigs enrich the soil, supporting a web of life and locking away carbon. When a tree dies, decomposition is slow, and much of its carbon becomes part of the forest floor. Healthy, ancient forests act as carbon sinks for centuries, benefiting the entire planet. The story of carbon in a tree is one of long-term storage and planetary balance. Carbon storage in trees is crucial because of the greenhouse effect. Carbon dioxide traps heat, keeping Earth warm, but too much causes global warming. Human activities have upset this balance, thickening the greenhouse glass and raising temperatures. Trees counteract this by absorbing carbon dioxide, acting as a global cooling system. Every ton of carbon in a tree is a ton not heating our atmosphere. Forests are our greatest natural partner in fighting climate change. Locally, trees provide shade and cool cities, reducing the urban heat island effect. Through transpiration, they release water vapor, cooling the air like natural air conditioners. Trees work constantly to make our world cooler and more habitable. Vast forests across the globe are immense carbon sanctuaries, regulating our climate and supporting countless forms of life. These forests are not just collections of trees. They are living, breathing systems that shape weather patterns, purify air, and provide habitat for millions of species. Their presence is essential for the balance of our planet. The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the Earth, stores up to 200 billion tons of carbon, decades worth of human emissions. Its vast canopy and rich biodiversity make it one of the most important ecosystems on the planet, playing a critical role in absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing life-giving oxygen. Boreal forests in the north, with their cold soils, hold even more carbon in deep peat and humus. These forests stretch across Canada, Russia, and Scandinavia, acting as a massive carbon sink. Their mossy floors and ancient trees lock away carbon for centuries, making them vital in the fight against climate change. Temperate rainforests, like those along North America's Pacific coast, grow giant trees that store massive amounts of carbon. These lush, misty forests are home to some of the tallest and oldest trees on Earth, and their dense vegetation helps regulate local and global climates. Ancient redwoods can contain more carbon than an entire hectare of tropical rainforest. These towering giants are natural wonders, living for thousands of years and providing shelter for countless species. Their ability to store carbon is unmatched among terrestrial trees. Mangrove forests, adapted to salty coasts, trap carbon in their tangled roots and muddy soils at rates up to 10 times higher than terrestrial forests. These unique ecosystems not only store carbon efficiently, but also protect coastlines from erosion and storm surges. These blue carbon stores are vital for climate stability and coastal protection. Mangroves act as natural barriers, safeguarding communities from rising seas and extreme weather, while also nurturing marine life in their sheltered waters. Each forest type is a unique bastion in the global effort to maintain a stable climate. From the tropics to the poles, forests are interconnected guardians of Earth's atmosphere, each contributing in their own way to the planet's resilience. Protecting these forests is essential for our planet's health. Conservation efforts, reforestation, and sustainable management are crucial to ensure these ecosystems continue to thrive for generations to come. They are living monuments to the power of carbon sequestration, and their preservation is one of our greatest hopes in the fight against climate change. When a tree is cut down, its carbon storing service ends instantly. Deforestation, multiplied by millions of trees, is a catastrophic loss for the planet. If wood is used for long-lasting products, some carbon remains stored, but most felled trees are burned or left to rot. Burning trees rapidly releases stored carbon back into the atmosphere, reversing years of photosynthesis in moments. This delivers a double blow, destroying carbon sinks and releasing new greenhouse gases. Even decomposition releases carbon, especially when vast areas are cleared at once. Exposed soils, no longer protected by roots, release even more carbon. The loss of a forest unravels an entire carbon-storing ecosystem. The loss of forests goes far beyond carbon release. Deforestation disrupts the water cycle, making land drier and rainfall less reliable, increasing drought risk. The Amazon, for example, generates much of South America's rainfall. Forests are home to 80% of the world's land-based species. Their destruction drives mass extinction. Many species cannot survive outside their forest habitat. Deforestation also devastates human communities, especially indigenous peoples who depend on forests for their livelihoods and culture. Loss of forests increases vulnerability to disasters like landslides and floods. As forests disappear, climate change accelerates, making remaining forests more vulnerable to fire and drought. Scientists warn of tipping points, where forests like the Amazon could collapse into savanna, releasing even more carbon. The feedback loop of deforestation and warming threatens the stability of our entire planet. Protecting forests is critical for biodiversity, climate, and human well-being. The challenge is great, but we can all help protect and restore forests. Support organizations working to conserve and reforest land, or spread awareness of their work. As consumers, choose products certified by groups like the Forest Stewardship Council or Rainforest Alliance. Every purchase is a vote for a sustainable future. Planting a tree, whether in your yard or with a community project, is a hopeful act that captures carbon and supports wildlife. Support local green spaces and urban trees to build healthier communities. Use your voice, educate others, and urge leaders to support strong forest protection policies. The fate of forests is a defining challenge of our time. By acting together, we can make the protection of these silent guardians a global priority. Our planet faces a grave crisis, but trees offer hope and resilience. In the face of climate change, deforestation, and biodiversity loss, Forests stand as living guardians, quietly working to heal the earth. Their roots bind the soil, their leaves purify the air, and their presence sustains countless forms of life. Protecting and restoring forests is one of the most effective ways to combat climate change. Forests absorb carbon dioxide, cool our cities, and provide clean water. They are natural climate solutions, offering us a path forward that is both practical and inspiring. Imagine a future where we work with nature, reforesting land, connecting habitats, and greening our cities. Picture neighborhoods shaded by leafy canopies, wildlife corridors linking distant forests, and communities coming together to plant hope, one tree at a time. This future is within reach if we recognize that a healthy planet and healthy society are one and the same. When we invest in trees, we invest in cleaner air, safer climates, and stronger communities for generations to come. Nature can recover quickly if given a chance. A sapling planted today becomes a mature tree in our lifetime. Each new tree is a living testament to our commitment, growing stronger with every passing season. Reforestation on a global scale can draw down significant carbon, buying us time to transition to sustainability. These efforts not only help stabilize our climate, but also restore habitats for endangered species and support local livelihoods. Our future is deeply connected to the future of trees. They are our silent partners, shaping the world we live in and the legacy we leave behind. By protecting ancient forests and planting new ones, we invest in our own survival. These living forests are libraries of life, holding wisdom and wonder that we are only beginning to understand. Every tree is a promise, every forest, a cathedral of hope. In their shade, we find inspiration and the courage to act. Together, we can write a new, more hopeful chapter for all life on Earth. The story of our future is rooted in the choices we make today. Let's choose to stand with the trees.